Our homes, often our sanctuary, can unexpectedly transform into realms of astonishment. While typically a haven, they occasionally harbor bizarre and horrific discoveries. Some of these items have been kept hidden, at times for centuries, even withholding knowledge from the inhabitants of these homes. From an entire hidden city to uncovering heartfelt historical letters, here are the 20 strange things discovered behind homeowners' walls. Join us as we unravel these mysteries, as a man notices strange marks on his walls, and then his gut tells him to look closer. Did he find anything? Number 20. An entire hidden city. Imagine a tale unfolding, not within the pages of a children's magical adventure, but in the real world, where a man, engrossed in routine house expansion, stumbled upon an astonishing revelation that defies imagination. He diligently knocked a hole in his home's wall, anticipating a simple extension, only to unveil an entire subterranean city beneath his residence. As he gazed into the newly discovered room, a mix of surprise and curiosity prompted him to cautiously explore further. Navigating through a narrow, dimly lit corridor, he soon realized that it wasn't just a cellar, but a labyrinthine network leading to various spaces, chambers, and corridors. The magnitude of this underground world dwarfed the space beneath his house. Overwhelmed by the enormity of his discovery, he wisely sought the expertise of local archaeologists, who flocked to the site in large numbers. What unraveled was nothing short of extraordinary. A hidden ancient metropolis dating back to the 7th and 80th centuries BC, believed by many to be the mythical lost city of Darin Kuyu. This clandestine marvel, obscured beneath the surface for centuries, now stood as one of the most momentous archaeological finds in history. The revelation debunked the notion of myth, unveiling a tangible link to the past and forever altering the narrative of this man's seemingly routine construction project. Number 19. Hidden neon lights. While revitalizing an aged structure, such as the restoration of an antiquated cafeteria like Clifton's in Los Angeles, one might anticipate the discovery of ancient wallpaper, discarded relics, or perhaps even some surprises while dismantling the walls. However, the construction crew working on the renovation of Clifton's cafeteria stumbled upon a revelation that, while not eerie or horrifying, left the property owners astounded. Behind the layers of the cafe walls, instead of the anticipated relics, they unearthed a neon light that had been quietly illuminating for an astonishing 70 years. Yes, you heard it right. 7 decades. Clifton's cafeteria, a cherished fragment of Los Angeles history established by Clifford Clinton, boasts its only remaining branch, Clifton's Brookdale, renowned for its distinctive interior adorned with artificial trees and neon parrots. The unexpected find of a concealed neon light, initially installed around 1935, adds another layer to the cafeteria's rich history. Astonishingly, after a decade, it had been discreetly tucked away during a prior renovation, staying undiscovered until the recent renovation project brought it back into the light. Possibly, the oversight of this concealed glow can be attributed to those overseeing the construction. Detecting the neon light proved impossible until 2010, when the cafe underwent another round of renovations. What adds to the surprise is that this age-old neon light likely contributed a whopping $117,000 to the electric bill, a hidden cost for a fascinating tidbit. Interestingly, experts in neon lights unanimously declare this enduring neon as the world's oldest continuously lit one. In an era dominated by LED lights, uncovering these ancient illuminations is a delightful revelation. However, it's crucial to remember that neon lights fell out of favor for valid reasons. Not only are they environmentally unfriendly, but they also pose risks to human health. Choosing LED lights not only ensures safety, but also proves to be a more durable and valuable investment due to their longer lifespan. Number 18. Hidden witch bottles. Discoveries of witch bottles, vessels filled with peculiar ingredients like urine, hair, nail clippings, or red thread, reveal a fascinating historical practice aimed at thwarting witches' curses. These mystical containers were cleverly concealed within walls or buried beneath thresholds in homes. In 2009, a remarkable witch bottle dating back to the 17th century was unearthed in Greenwich. Intriguingly, researchers scrutinized the urine inside, uncovering traces of nicotine. Adding to the mystique, the bottle harbored a heart-shaped leather piece pierced with a leather nail. While the symbolism remains unclear, similar findings elsewhere have featured heart-shaped cloth penetrated by brass pins. A court record from 1682 further sheds light on the era's beliefs, detailing a husband's attempt to counter a suspected witch, boiling a quart of her urine, along with fingernail clippings and hair in a pipkin. Such historical artifacts provide captivating glimpses into the peculiar practices of bygone times. Number 17. Woman finds an entire apartment behind her bathroom mirror. TikTok, often deemed a bothersome modern creation, unexpectedly became a platform for a young woman named Samantha Hartz to share a fascinating discovery in her New York City apartment. Her revelation not only captured online attention, but also made its way into the news circuit, prompting us to share it with you. Samantha noticed an incessant chill in her apartment, especially in the bathroom. Undeterred, she embarked on an investigative mission, determined to unravel the mystery. What she uncovered was more than just a draft. Cold air was penetrating through every gap, making the bathroom notably frigid. Adopting a Nancy Drew-esque curiosity, Samantha delved deeper and made an intriguing find. The bathroom mirror shifted when touched. In the realm of TikTok, where clickety-clicks reign supreme, Samantha Hartz, our protagonist, cleverly left her audience hanging, turning her apartment discovery into a serialized internet saga. Embracing the digital age, our lives are now unfolding in chapters on the web. In the much-anticipated sequel, Samantha unveiled the heart of the mystery, a chilly draft emanated from a concealed hole. The camera, like a suspenseful reveal, exposed an entire room hidden behind the mirror. Here, Samantha took a daring leap into the unknown, reminiscent of horror movie cliches cue Candyman. Surprisingly, on the other side, she discovered not a spine-chilling thrill ride, but another apartment within the same building, filled with mundane trash. The revelation, while lacking in excitement, added another layer to Samantha's apartment escapade, uncovering an unexpected neighbor just beyond her own apartment's looking glass. The online serial continued, making the ordinary intriguing in the interconnected world of social media narratives. Number 16. A 6-year-old boy. Back in 2009, a puzzling incident unfolded across the United States involving a 6-year-old boy, leaving many bewildered. The authorities uncovered a startling truth. The young lad had been clandestinely stashed behind a counterfeit wall in his own maternal grandmother's residence since 2007. A dramatic custody dispute between his parents led to the boy and his mother vanishing in November 2007, evading the father's sight ever since. An extensive search following the boy's disappearance eventually led authorities to the grandmother's house. Upon entering, they stumbled upon a fake wall, concealing the child surprisingly well. Were it not for the authorities' intervention, the father might never have reunited with his son. Despite the peculiar circumstances, the boy emerged physically unscathed, but the emotional toll of spending 2 years in such a mysterious and unconventional household remains uncertain. In the aftermath, legal consequences ensued. The mother faced charges of felony child abduction, while the grandmother, deemed an accomplice, was charged with aiding and abetting. Fortunately, the police noted that despite his prolonged seclusion, the young boy maintained a cheerful, friendly, and polite demeanor, offering a glimmer of resilience amid the perplexing saga of his hidden life. Number 15. Letters from the First World War. In the year 2015, a couple from Jasper, Indiana, Phil and his wife, stumbled upon an unexpected treasure trove while planning renovations for a new bathroom. Phil Matthew, the man behind this remarkable discovery, uncovered a collection of precious World War I love letters hidden behind a wall in their attic. The couple, in pursuit of a bathroom upgrade, had hired a contractor to address wiring issues. As the construction commenced, the contractor stumbled upon a cache of old and yellowed love letters from World War I, delicately preserved within the attic wall's insulation. Dated July 1918, these letters were penned by Clemens Berger, a World War I soldier, to his sweetheart Mary Borrow. In his writings, Clemens expressed fears of being deployed to the front lines and the uncertainty of ever seeing his hometown or Mary again. Touched by the poignant content, the couple's immediate thought was to reunite the letters with their rightful owners. With the help of the internet and collaborative efforts, they successfully connected with Mary Munn and Nancy Teeter, the nieces of Clemens and Mary. The nieces, filled with joy and gratitude, confirmed that Clemens and Mary had a happy ending, tying the knot a year after World War I concluded in June 1919. This serendipitous discovery, initially unexpected and strange, unfolded into a heartwarming chapter of family history, offering a glimpse into the enduring love between Clemens and Mary amidst the challenges of wartime separation. Number 14. Priceless Artwork. In 1502, Italian statesman Piero Soderini commissioned Leonardo da Vinci to paint a scene from the famous Battle of Anghiari. The painting is thought to be 20 feet long and 10 feet high. In the 1550s, Giorgio Vasari was commissioned to paint over the mural, but the painter reportedly couldn't bring himself to destroy it. Maurizio Saraceni, an art diagnostician at the University of California, San Diego, has been looking for the lost Leonardo da Vinci work for 36 years. Saraceni is convinced that Vasari hid it in the wall, and he might be onto something. His first big break came in 1970, when he discovered the words Cerca Trova, painted on a flag on Vasari's mural. Saraceni believes that the phrase, which means, "seek and you will find," indicates that Vasari built a false wall over the painting in order to preserve the mural. Recent technology has enabled researchers to take pictures of the hollow between Vasari's mural and the wall, where they discovered black pigment believed to be similar to the pigment used in other Leonardo da Vinci paintings. Unfortunately, bureaucracy and political protest have stymied the investigation. Number 13. The Lost Picasso Painting. As Jenny Verastro neared the end of her life, she entrusted her nephew, Carl Sabatino, with a mysterious task. Before her passing, she directed him to inspect the sewing machine in her Staten Island home. Intrigued by this cryptic directive, Carl embarked on a journey of discovery. What he unearthed was not just any ordinary find, it was a painting believed to have been purchased by his uncle in London during World War II. The artwork portrayed a woman adorned with a distinctive fuzzy hat, a familiar sight from Carl's childhood visits to his aunt's home. The signature on the painting hinted at none other than the renowned artist, Picasso. The image, a recreation of Picasso's Woman with a Cape, displayed at the Cleveland Museum, caught Carl's attention. Despite facing skepticism from a New York auction house dismissing it as a mere imitation, Carl pressed on. Determined, Carl delved into Picasso's pre-war history in France, discovering specific techniques the artist had studied during that period. To bolster his case, he sent a minuscule pigment from the painting for analysis. The results pointed to the artwork originating from 1930s Europe and even revealed a partial thumbprint. While opinions remain divided, some enthusiasts believe it could indeed be a genuine Picasso, potentially valued at around $13 million. Interestingly, the quest to unveil the truth behind this hidden masterpiece becomes a compelling pursuit. Number 12. Animal Carcasses. In Auburn, Pennsylvania, a family embarked on home renovations, only to stumble upon a disturbing revelation. Concealed within their walls were not insulation materials as intended, but rather dozens of animal carcasses. The family's initial plan was to insulate the wall spaces, but it appeared someone had beaten them to it. The mind tends to wander into unusual territories. Aliens, perhaps. It's a common train of thought when encountering bizarre scenarios involving deceased creatures. The walls, instead of housing insulation, were crammed with a peculiar collection: old trash, bones, and remnants of deceased animals meticulously wrapped in newspapers, with most artifacts dating back to the 1930s. The unsettling nature of this discovery prompts contemplation on whether it signifies something darker or perhaps a bizarre encounter with extraterrestrial forces. The walls, once expected to harbor insulation, now conceal a mysterious collection of the past, sparking intrigue and unsettling thoughts about what might have occurred within the confines of this peculiar dwelling. According to certain experts and enthusiasts of peculiar practices, this strange phenomenon might have been an unconventional attempt at a magical spell, believed to cure different ailments. While the idea of using decaying animal bodies within your walls as a remedy is intriguing, it's hard to fathom that such practices would be beneficial for one's health. The notion of finding relief for conditions like rheumatoid arthritis through these unconventional methods raises eyebrows and leaves us questioning the extent to which people are willing to go for the sake of unorthodox remedies. Number 11. A mobster's hidden treasure. Frank "The Breeze" Calabrese Jr., a prominent figure in the Chicago mob, follows in the footsteps of his father, Frank Calabrese Sr., known as Frankie Breeze. Their notoriety stems from operating loan shark networks and illegal gambling ventures, accumulating significant wealth through illicit means. In a twist fitting a crime saga, a jaw-dropping $750,000 in cash was discovered concealed within a basement wall of the Oak Brook residence once inhabited by the family. This revelation unfolded during Operation Family Secrets, a major FBI investigation into Chicago's mob-related crimes, leading to Calabria's conviction and a life sentence. The cash, consisting of rare $1,000 bills, was seized and auctioned by federal authorities. The U.S. Marshal Service successfully sold these bills for more than their face value, amassing around $84,000, potentially exceeding $100,000. The proceeds, coupled with confiscated diamond jewelry, aimed to alleviate Callie's court-ordered fines and restitution. The mystery persists regarding how the substantial sum ended up behind the wall. Perhaps when you possess abundant wealth, stashing it casually behind your home becomes an overlooked option, adding another layer to the intriguing narrative of organized crime and hidden fortunes. Number 10. Idaho house infested with snake. A young couple excitedly purchased what they believed to be their dream home in Idaho, although dreaming of living in Idaho might be a rarity. However, their dream turned into a nightmare as they soon uncovered a peculiar and unsettling truth about their new abode. The entire place was overrun with garter snakes, slithering behind the walls all night long and contaminating the drinking water with their unsavory excretions. Overwhelmed by the sheer number of snakes, the couple found themselves at a loss. In a single day, they managed to eliminate a staggering 42 snakes, contemplating the possibility of a side hustle involving snakeskin handbags. This unsettling invasion persisted for 3 agonizing months, a relentless ordeal. The couple, despite having signed a form acknowledging the snake issue, were misled by the real estate agent who dismissed it as a fabricated tale for financial gain, only to discover the authenticity of the predicament. The home earned a local reputation as the Snake House. Eventually, the family, unable to endure any longer, left the property, leading to financial distress, bankruptcy, and the inevitable foreclosure by the bank. The once promising dream home became an unexpected chapter in their lives, marked by the unrelenting presence of the slithering inhabitants. Number 9. Unmentionable items. One might wonder what kind of items would evoke such a reaction. Stumbling upon dirty underwear hidden within your home is bad enough, but imagine unearthing centuries-old dirty underwear nestled in the walls of your dwelling. Surprisingly, this peculiar discovery is not unique and is fairly commonplace across Western Europe, often encountered by homeowners but seldom brought to public attention. This odd practice of concealing undergarments within walls traces its roots back to the Middle Ages, as evidenced by historical finds. The garments, often worn and accompanied by concealed objects like documents and coins, are not merely random occurrences. According to the Deliberately Concealed Garments Project's website, this tradition aligns with concealing various objects like dried cats, witch bottles, and charms within buildings. Such concealments, including garments, are tied to folklore and superstitious traditions centered around ritually safeguarding a household and its inhabitants. The walls, it seems, bear witness to a centuries-old ritual of concealing items to ensure the protection and well-being of those within. Number 8. 300 Old Magic Shoe. In the year 2016, a maintenance crew at St. John's College, University of Cambridge, stumbled upon a fascinating piece of history, a 300-year-old shoe hidden within a wall. Estimated to originate from the late 17th or early 18th century, this remarkable artifact is believed to be an illustration of apotropaic magic, a practice aimed at summoning good fortune and fending off malevolent forces. Despite its considerable age, the shoe displayed remarkable preservation, equivalent to a modern-day men's size 6. Its specific location between the chimney breast and the window holds particular significance, as this spot was conventionally believed to safeguard residents and repel evil spirits during that era. The use of ritualistic magic, although not extensively documented, was prevalent in Europe from the 16th to the 19th centuries. Beyond shoes, people employed various items like deceased cats, horse skulls, and witch bottles filled with hair and urine for comparable protective purposes. These historical European traditions, intertwined with beliefs in the mystical properties of certain objects and their placements, offer a captivating glimpse into the cultural practices of bygone eras. Number 7. Mayan murals. Embarking on a kitchen renovation in Guatemala, a couple unraveled a hidden treasure beneath the plaster of their historic home, dating back to the 1700s. Concealed for centuries, original murals adorned the walls, offering a captivating glimpse into the past. These artworks are believed to depict the conquest dance, a significant element in Mayan history, utilized for reenacting the events during the Spanish invasion when Mayan communities were compelled to embrace Christianity. National Geographic delved into the home, capturing images and documenting the murals while initiating further inquiries into their origins. The Mayan civilization, renowned for its advanced technologies and architecture in South America, left a profound impact on history. The hope lies in these murals expanding our understanding of Mayan culture, considering much of their heritage was suppressed and erased by invading forces that seized control of the region. Through these rediscovered artworks, a potential avenue emerges to preserve and unveil aspects of Mayan history that may have otherwise succumbed to destruction and cultural suppression. Number 6. Mummified baby. In the year 1850, a mummified baby emerged unexpectedly from the walls of a Parisian apartment, leading to the couple residing there being accused of murder. However, their innocence was later affirmed when a physician employed the novel approach of using insects to ascertain the time of death, marking a pioneering moment in French forensic science where entomology played a pivotal role in a criminal trial. A significant leap in this technique occurred 28 years later when French pathologist Edmond Perrier-Megnin used insects to gauge the time of death in a similar case involving a mummified infant. Surprisingly, instances of mummified infants concealed within walls persisted, with a notable case surfacing in 2007. Contractor Bob Kinghorn stumbled upon the body of a child wrapped in newspaper within the walls of a residence in East Toronto. Despite a thorough police investigation into the infant's demise, the cause remained elusive, echoing the historical use of entomology in unraveling mysteries surrounding mummified infants. Now, it's time for today's subscriber pick. In Liverpool, Jonathan Lewis, a homeowner, stumbled upon an eerie secret during home renovations. Behind a boarded-up wall, he discovered a creepy doll named Emily, accompanied by a chilling note. The handwritten message claimed that Emily had stabbed the previous owners in 1961 because their constant singing and merriment were intolerable. The note ominously ended with a suggestion about having knives. The discovery, straight out of a ghost story, garnered significant attention. Lewis, seemingly unfazed, examined the doll closely. Despite its initial appearance as a relic from the 60s, Lewis and his friends suspected it might be a prank due to its impeccable condition. However, the unsettling nature of the find persisted. One day, as Lewis was inspecting his newly acquired home, he noticed strange marks on the walls. His gut told him to look closer. To his surprise, he discovered hidden symbols near the spot where Emily had been found. As he deciphered the markings, a sense of foreboding washed over him. The strange connection between the mysterious symbols and Emily's unsettling history raised questions about the true nature of the doll and the house's dark past. The tale of Jonathan Lewis and the haunted doll became a local legend, leaving the community both fascinated and spooked by the mysteries concealed within the walls of his Liverpool home. What do you suggest Lewis do with this creepy doll? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Number 5. Mummified cats. For aficionados of horror tales and literary classics, the name Dracula is likely to stir excitement. Bram Stoker's novel catapulted vampires into fame, captivating the imagination of readers worldwide. In 2020, a discovery in Transylvania's city Beria, known from Stoker's work, reignited interest. A mummified cat was unearthed behind the walls of a home constructed in 1921, a cellar harboring secrets. Berlin-based artist Valentine and his brother Adrian stumbled upon this peculiar find, initially mistaking it for a miniature tiger sculpture. To their astonishment, a closer examination revealed the mummified remains of a cat. While the idea might strike horror in some, enthusiasts of the macabre, especially those enamored with Dracula, eagerly anticipated obtaining the mummified cat, estimated to fetch up to $1,500, adding a spine-chilling layer to the legacy of Transylvanian mysteries. This discovery isn't the inaugural instance of finding a mummified cat concealed within walls. Back in 2009, a similar occurrence unfolded in a home in Devon. It appears that in certain European cultures, placing a dried or desiccated cat's body within the walls of a freshly constructed dwelling was a customary practice. The intention behind this tradition was to ward off malevolent spirits and bring good luck to the occupants. As a cat enthusiast, this tradition may not hold much appeal, but historical writings have left us with a record of this intriguing custom that once prevailed in some cultures. The past reveals peculiar practices, shedding light on beliefs and customs that may seem peculiar in today's context. Number 4. Virginia family discover secret room. Levi, Kelsey Gillies, and their daughter experienced a moment straight out of a children's adventure tale when they discovered an unexpected secret within their new Harrisburg, Virginia home. The revelation unfolded as they stumbled upon a concealed room, similar to unearthing treasure, though not in the traditional sense. A cleverly disguised bookcase, complete with bolts, hinted at the existence of more than meets the eye. The Gillies couldn't resist the allure and opened the fake bookcase, revealing an entire hidden room behind it. Upon entering, they made yet another discovery, a cunning hiding place within the floor, concealing a secret drawer brimming with rare coins. Instead of adopting a finder's keeper's mentality, the family chose an honorable path, opting to return the treasure trove to its rightful owners, adding a touch of virtue to their unexpected adventure in the new abode. Number 3. Hidden Ouija board. In a discovery reminiscent of a horror movie, a construction worker stumbled upon an eerie relic, a century-old Ouija board concealed within a heating vent. This chilling find unfolded during renovation work in an ancient house, where the inverted Ouija board served an unusual purpose, blocking the airflow in the vent. The revelation of this spirit board, known for its association with communicating with the deceased, sent shivers down the workers' spines. The looming question emerged: was it intentionally hidden by a previous occupant? As the worker pondered the discovery, curiosity heightened regarding the whereabouts of the planchette, the pointer used in Ouija sessions. Shared on social media, this enigmatic find sparked widespread speculation about the board's origins and the motivations behind its clandestine placement. Ouija boards, often entwined with the supernatural, have a rich history of facilitating communication with spirits. Uncovering one concealed within the structural confines of a home elicits a range of emotions, from curiosity to unease. This particular board, residing behind the wall for decades, stands as a haunting reminder of the mysterious and occasionally disconcerting histories concealed within old buildings, unbeknownst to their present inhabitants. Number 2. 66 whiskey bottles. Here's a fascinating discovery for those who appreciate a good drink and a dash of history. Upon moving into their New York home, this couple initially dismissed tales of it being constructed by a notorious bootlegger from the Prohibition era. However, as they delved into renovation work, the rumors seemed to hold water. Concealed within the walls and floors of their house were numerous bottles of liquor, a testament to the covert activities during Prohibition. Between January 1920 and December 1933, the United States experienced a constitutional ban on alcohol production, import, transport, and sale for consumption. This ban inadvertently fueled criminal enterprises, making bootlegging and smuggling commonplace. The house, it turned out, was a treasure trove of smuggled Scotch whiskey, intertwined with the intriguing history of its previous owner. Kept hidden for nearly a century, these 66 bottles of contraband have retained their value, with each estimated to be worth about $1,000 today. This unexpected find not only uncovers a piece of the past, but also highlights the enduring allure of hidden secrets within the walls of historic homes. Number 1. Explosive remnant of the past. In a truly explosive revelation, a couple in Newport News, Virginia, stumbled upon a World War II-era surprise while renovating their home, an M660 caliber bazooka anti-tank rocket concealed within the wall. Recognizing the potential danger, they wisely engaged bomb squad crews who safely removed the device, subsequently handing it over to the military. This startling incident triggered the swift response of the Newport News Fire Department and specialized bomb squads, prioritizing safety in the face of a potentially hazardous situation. Had the rocket been alive, the consequences could have been severe, causing substantial damage to the property and endangering lives. For anyone settling into a new residence and stumbling upon an unexpected missile-like object, it's prudent to exercise caution and take appropriate measures to ensure the safety of both the property and its occupants. Unearthing relics of wartime hidden within the walls adds a riveting layer to the story of a home's history. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. See you in